This year we are going to have two groups from Plano Christ Church, your group and the youth group. And well, I was making numbers when Steve was talking here and when we were fixing there. They say that every time that we install one stove, we say 1 tree. And we install 42 stoves, inside stoves. With these stoves, if you multiply that by 12, is 504. Is 504 trees that the team and also the community will save over there. But we didn't install just one stove. We installed 2 stoves, the outside one and the inside one. So if you multiply 504 times 2, is let me see here, I write it here, is 1,008 trees per year.
Wow.
So with the youth group, they are going to install 56, but you have to multiply that by 2, and the total of this in a year is 1,344 times plus the stoves that you install. The total is 2,352 trees per year. It's a forest. So with the help of your church, we are changing the environment in these beautiful views that we have over there. You've been over there, wow, these mountains with these trees are amazing. This year was so great because the school activity, we saw that the teachers are getting involved in the environment. And it was great. It was the first time in my years working in HELPS that I saw one of these activities, and it was so great. And at the end,
where do you think they got the idea? Where did that come from?
probably they realized, they found out that the stoves they are going to reduce wood. And also, I think Juan and Josefa did the right work, because I didn't know about this kit that they were going to do. They were talking about the preparation of the community over there, and I was seeing Juan and Josefa. I think I mentioned that to Marsha or Carol. Marsha or Carol, I talked to you. Look at Juan and Josefa; they are laughing because this is the work that they are doing every time that the team is coming, and they were so happy because they were seeing the work that they are doing. So I think probably one of the teachers probably received the stoves, or one of the relatives in the community. And that's the reason that they found out how to do this kit, how to make this kit. And it was so great, because step by step we are doing a big impact. I hope they are going to realize about that. And I also talk about the compost that they can do with the forest. If they collect the leaves, they have to protect the forest, because the forest is very important, especially in the highlands, because the mountains, they don't have so much soil. If they cut the trees, probably they're going to harvest like 2 times or 3 times. If they don't take care in a good way, if they don't do the, how you call it in English, like terraces or terraces,
Yeah.
they are not going to have a good environment in the future there.
The land will slide.
That's right.
Without the trees rooting it down.
That's right. And this is the nice thing about the project. We are helping the environment, we are helping the economy that Steve was talking about, of the families. We are helping, the important thing, the health of the people that is living inside of these kitchens. For me, wow, every time that we are done with the project, I smell my clothes, and wow, they are so dirty and with a lot of smoke. Imagine these people living over there, and sometimes I realize that, well, you are the same. So when you are done with the work, you are just seeing a bunch of dirt clothes there, and They smell like a smoke. Imagine living over there, and with your help, we are trying to change the people. I am not saying the project is going to work 100%. This is a lie, because any project doesn't work like that. But a big percentage is going to adopt this stuff. Some of them, they are like students. I was a teacher. Some, they are going to pay attention. Some, they are going to be in a good way. But the ones that they don't want it, it's up to them. That's the reason that we come back, we supervise, but after that, it's up to them because, it's money involved. Going into the community to check all these stores that we have installing is a lot of money. Last year, we went to a community that we installed a project with the Jaguar Energy, was the name of the company. It was like 6,000 quetzales going with Juana Josefa, and we contracted people in the area to check the 236, I think it was the number.
When you do that, what do you find? How many are working?
Most of them, they are working. If they are not using the stove, we enforce again the explanation. If they are not using the stove, or if they are, we try to check the level of the pumice. That's the reason that we are working about the pumice, because the stove works good and everything, but the pumice came wet from the factory. The pumice, when we give it to the community, sometimes it's so wet, like you saw it this week, that we installed the stoves. So that's the reason that we were trying to tamp the pumice with the hook or with something. So the pumice, when it gets dry, doesn't go so down, so far. So this is the one. This is one of the points that we check when we go back and to see the stove, the level of the pumice, and also we try to see the way that they are cooking, because we did the explanation when before we gave the materials and after we gave the materials. So we have to see if they understood or not. Most of them, they are going to understand, but some not. So
they invest in the stoves.
That's right. That's the reason that they are going to take more care in a better way.
So you have had people invest but not use them? Very, very few people?
Very few people. I am not going to tell lies, very few people.
Right, but it's because they don't understand the positive impact?
That's right. Or, this is very important. That's the reason that when you come, I always say to you, I always say to the help staff, you don't leave the house if you don't start the fire. I hope all the groups do that.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they are kind of afraid to use it because they don't know how to use it. But if you are with them, you say, put some wood there, and you are like this, and you are helping them. And,
They usually put a lot of wood, more than they need. But that's just what they're used to, right?
Yeah. But with this product, we are helping the community, and also the water filter. It's very important, the water filter.
You check that too when you go to visit them?
Yeah, we check that.
And you find that they're taking care of it?
Yeah, the water filter is so easy. It's a different product, and they're taking care in a good way. In the past, I don't know if you remember, I think we did that with your group. At the end of the week, we gave the water filters in a big activity to all the families. But
You went way up to scary bus ride.
yeah. And it was good because all the families, they were there and they were receiving the water filter. But I realized that it wasn't so good because they are not going to understand how to use it. It's better to explain it inside of the house where to put the water, because if you don't explain that, they are going to put probably the water in the big bucket. And at the end of the week, we also give the explanation to the teachers, because we know that more educated, they have more education, so they realize more about the importance of the water filters. And that's the reason that we try to involve you, and we try to involve the teachers. Sometimes I am thinking about another activity because I know that the kids get along when we are doing that. All the kids are over there, and the volunteers and the teachers are here. But we are going to find out if you have ideas. We are going to improve that. But we are trying to help the community. This is the important thing.